What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Week 9 NFL Against the Spread predictions. My name is Colton. As always, I'm joined by Cody, Nate, and James Sullivan for a beautiful week of Week 9 picks.
Happy Halloween!
Last week, post-Halloween here now, we got Week 8. Me and Cody went 11-4. Nate went 10-5. Zach went 8-7. I hit a 5-teamer for 800. Pretty good week overall. There was a push this week as well. That's why you won't see it on the graphic. The Jets and Giants on the show were a 3-point spread and it pushed. So that was Zach's lock as well. Other than that, that pushed. Other than that, the locks were swept again. The locks continue to be hot for the entire set. 4 buys this week: Broncos, Lions, Jaguars, Niners. We're going to jump right into it with Thursday Night Football. The Titans and Will Levis going up to Pittsburgh to play the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers are 2.5-point favorites at home. I will start. I'm going to take the Steelers. I don't trust the Titans after just one game of Will Levis. Plus, I think it's kind of a tough spot for them. Short week going into Pittsburgh, tough place to play. I think TJ Watt and the boys will be up for this one, and I think the Steelers will win by 7 to 10 points. So give me the Steelers minus 2.5.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Steelers here too. I mean, you got to see more Will Levis before you can trust. Obviously, that was a solid performance. 4 touchdowns. I think it was 3.
4.
Yeah. My bad. But I'm gonna have to go with the Steelers. Just at home, lay the 2.5. Go Steelers.
Yeah, I mean, I'm obviously I'm going to Steelers here too. Against the Titans team, who, I mean, if Will Levis is if what he did last week, if that's who it's going to be going forward, this game it won't be easy. But I trust the Steelers defense to get up, and hopefully the Steelers get a couple touchdowns. I'm sick of the offensive struggles, but hopefully we just get the job done.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna take the.
Next up, we go to Germany. Wait, is that what's a German accent? Next up, we got the Dolphins at the Chiefs in Germany. The Chiefs are only now 1.5 favorite. Again, all odds Wednesday this week. Wednesday, not Tuesday. On FanDuel. The Chiefs are 1.5 point favorites at home. This is an interesting spot. Both teams 6-2. Cody, Jay, Santo, where you go?
I'm going to be taking the Dolphins plus 1.5 here in Germany. I think they open it up to 7-2. I think their offensive attack will expose this Chiefs defense. And the Chiefs don't have too many weapons on offense. And I think the Dolphins defense, which has been suspect, I think they can neutralize Mahomes to an extent. Jalen Ramsey's back on the field now. I think they can maybe get a turnover or two and keep this game close. But I'll take the 1.5.
I'm taking the Dolphins here. I love the money line.
I love the money line.
I love the money line.
Obviously.
Yeah, Chiefs had a rough one last week against the Broncos. I do expect a shootout, high-scoring game. Mahomes might throw 3 touchdowns this game, but I'm going to pick Tua to throw 4 touchdowns this game. Give me the Dolphins.
He's throwing a pick to Ramsey, probably.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, he actually probably will.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Dolphins here too. The Chiefs are interesting. I mean, Mahomes is obviously the best quarterback in the league, but he's not really playing like it right now. So I'm going to stick with the Dolphins, Tyreek, Waddle, that high-powered offense, and they're going to get it done in Germany. The Germans.
I really like the Chiefs in the spot minus 1.5. The Chiefs, we don't usually see them have these tough bad back-to-back weeks. They really put up a stinker against the Broncos. I know everybody said Mahomes was sick or whatever. He was feeling good. I think in this spot, they go over to Germany. I think they're going to show out in front of a different country's fans. I think it's going to be a fun game. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. But I don't know how you don't love the Chiefs in this spot. It's only 1.5.
Chiefs are good as underdogs.
Mahomes are, yes,
I mean,
and short favorites
too. So
I mean, is Taylor Swift going over there to watch the game?
No, she's on her Eras tour. I think.
Chiefs.
I love the Chiefs here. I think you don't want to bet Mahomes as big favorites, but underdog and short favorites like this, under 3 points, give me the Chiefs all day long. I think they win by at least 3 points. I think it's going to be a fun game across the pond. Still off the yeah.
I just want to add, I think Joe Burrow is better than Mahomes, but we can continue.
Wow, that's crazy.
Joey.
That's crazy.
You might have to cut that to save your reputation. Next up, we got the Rams at the Packers. Rams are 3-5. Packers are reeling at 2-5. The Packers, despite their tough go of it lately, are laying 3 points in Lambeau. The Rams probably, almost guaranteed, will not be with Stafford. Brett Rippon is likely to start. The Rams just might stink at this point. I don't know. I'm just gonna lay the points to the Packers because I don't know what's going on with the Rams right now. I think the Packers can score on the Rams defense. I don't know. Jordan Love will turn the ball over, and that's my concern. He really has been struggling. I'm not completely off the Jordan Love train yet. I'm not gonna say he sucks yet. But this is like a must.
They're pretty much
win
out of it.
for the Packers at home. Give me the cheese.
Cheese. I'm gonna go with the cheese too here. I agree. I think it's a must win game against a quarterback who's probably never played in the NFL. I don't know who he is.
He has, but sure.
He has. Okay. But the Packers have to win this game. Jordan Love has been pretty bad. I mean, he looked good in the beginning of the season. Now he's just terrible. That's what he is. That's who the Packers are. But they have to win this game, and the Rams are the backup quarterback. I don't think they're going to be able to get it done. So I'm going to lay the 3 with the
moldy cheese at this point.
With the moldy, stinky cheese.
Ugh, gross.
Due to all those factors of Stafford probably not playing this game, and Packers are at home, and it's more of a must-win for them than it would be the Rams.
He's laying it.
I'm gonna lay the points with the Packers here. I don't know. I don't trust the backup quarterback for the Rams. As far as I know, there's still Jair Alexander on the other side, and Cooper Kupp the way he's been playing the last couple weeks. Who knows if he's getting open on Jair? And that's all I need to know.
I can't believe they traded Rasul though. Makes me sick.
Yeah, that is a big one. Rasul Douglas.
That's a storm. I just got zapped. And so I don't know if everyone remembers what the Rams, what they looked like last year with anybody but Stafford at quarterback. It was bad. And then Baker had the one game, like everybody remembers, against the Raiders, the game-winning drive, yada yada. But besides that game, every quarterback they had besides Stafford looked brutal. And I think the Packers laying the points -3. I think they get this done. They win by 4, 5, 6, 7. I think
8, 9, 10.
Yeah, I think Packers get it done.
Next up, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 3-4 at the Houston Texans, also 3-4. Last week, a lot of the set. I love the Panthers to beat the Texans, except that guy earliest cover, and they won outright.
The game-winning field goal.
It was a good game. This week the Texans are back home. This is a tough game. I was back and forth in this one. The Bucs have lost 4 straight, are kind of free falling now. They were looking to trade Mike Evans at the deadline. I don't know if you guys saw that. The Jets were inquiring in certain teams, but they have him. They have a full offense here. They're going into Houston. I'm going to take the Texans at home. I've been pretty firm believer in CJ Stroud. I don't love this game. I don't feel confident. I don't even know if I'm going to bet this game. But if I had to, I'm not trusting Baker Mayfield on the road right now. I know he hasn't been horrible this year, but CJ Stroud I think is the better quarterback, and the Texans have a better weapon. That's not true. That's not true. This is a tough game. I don't know. I'm really talking myself out. I'm taking the Texans and moving on. Lay the 3 points.
I'm going to go with the Books here. I think this is a good spot for them. They just almost beat the Bills. I mean, they're a decent team. Baker's a dog.
Scrapper.
I mean, he's a scrapper. Mike Evans is a stud. I mean, 10 straight 1,000-yard seasons. Consistency. I think the Bucs are gonna win this outright. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bucs here +3.
I'm following Z with that one. I do think the Bucs will win outright. I'm taking them for the points.
Outright.
I totally forgot that they lost 4 in a row. They were 3-0 at one point, which is kind of crazy. But a full healthy offense, on the road, like Texans tough defense. Baker, I anticipate he might throw a pick or 2 in this game, but I trust the scrappiness. The Bucs will scrap it out.
I like it. They got to win, bro. I feel like they're better.
I'm with Colton here. I like the Texans -3. The Buccaneers, I've been on them a lot this year, and they've continuously, like the last 4 weeks, just continuously let me down.
You get off them against the Bills, and they somehow covered that game.
Yeah, it's interesting. I honestly don't think that Bills game was close. Honestly, it was a blowout until that last drive with the bullshit to Mike Evans. That game wasn't close. This Bucs team isn't good.
They had no business covering that game.
They had no business covering that game. Shouldn't have been as close as it was. Anyways, Texans -3. I like it.
They're decent. Bucs are decent.
The Bucs were out of that game till like the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, no, I didn't touch it, but I know it was like 24-10. They didn't do shit to the end.
At the end, no, they did. He threw it to Evans and whatever. But Godwin, actually, if he turned around, they would have won, technically.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Next up, we got the Washington Commanders, 3-5, going into Gillette Stadium, taking on the New England Patriots, who are 2-5. Patriots are laying 3 and a hook at home. Cody, this is a tough one. Where are you going? Or is it not a tough one?
No, this one's not very tough. The Patriots should not be favored by 3.5, which makes me want to hammer them. So I'm going to take the Patriots with the points minus 3.5. It just doesn't make sense. I can't believe I'm seeing a number like this. I would think it'd be like 2.5, 1.5. 3.5 makes me think that the Patriots win this game by like 10. So I'll take the Patriots here. I think Sam Howell's looked great, and then now he's going to look like Sam Howell against the Bears. So he's gonna look like Howell, so.
I feel like he can only play against the Eagles.
Yeah. So this is Sam Howell against the Bears, and the Patriots win.
Yes, this is an obvious one.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Well, the Commanders, I know they traded away their 2 first-round picks over the deadline. You have Montez Sweat going to the Bears. You got Chase Young going to the Niners.
Which is such bullshit, by the way.
Patriots,
How much help the Niners need all to lose to the Seahawks?
Patriots are gonna get.
That being said, Commanders got no pass rush. No pass rush. They got nothing. With that being said,
Mac Jones pack.
I can't take the Patriots.
Ooh.
Mac Jones is about to pick. And Sam Howell, I trust him to be Sam Howell, the good version. So give me the Commanders.
Flip-flop,
No pass rush, no problem.
I'm going to go with Mr. Santo and the Pats here. I agree. I feel like this should be a pick'em game. Sam Howell, dude, he can literally only play against the Eagles. So weird. Very weird.
Similar.
But yeah, I'm going to trust Mac Jones and Belichick to get this done at home. Minus 3.5 with the Pats.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, James. I think I'm going to go with the Commanders
James
on the
Sullivan.
road plus 3.5. I was also looking at this line and being like, man, they're begging me to take Washington. I got to take the Patriots,
James
right?
Sullivan locks, baby.
But no, I'm going to go with Washington. I just cannot trust. The Patriots kind of came back down to earth against the Dolphins. I think they're going to struggle in this spot. They'll probably put up a little more points than we're accustomed to seeing this season. But I trust. That's also a tough statement to say. I was about to say I trust Sam Howell to score. It's not the Eagles. That's the only team he's been playing well against. But no, I think they can score some points in this game and get out of there with like at worst 3-point defeat and cover this number.
That Commanders secondary is atrocious, so it doesn't really matter. I could go out there.
Yeah. Next up, we got the Chicago Bears at 2-6 at the New Orleans Saints 4-4. The Saints are laying 8.5 points. 8.5 points at home. Cody, this is a interesting game that I will start because you started the last one. I'm going to take the Bears plus 8.5. I'm not going to look at this game. I'm not going to even think about it. 8.5. I'm not laying 8.5 with the Saints. I obviously despise this pick because it's gross, but I'm not laying that number with the Saints. I just do not trust them enough to lay 8.5 points. They shouldn't be favored by 8.5 against anybody in this league. They're not good enough. Bears.
But the Bears, bro? I don't know.
Yes, but they're getting 8.5. Just give me a chance with the Bears. I'm not laying that.
With Bajan?
You're going to feel good laying 8.5 for the
Baguette?
New Orleans Saints. Yeah, the baguette was tough.
You're right, Steve, but this is tough. The Bears are probably the worst team in the league right now. I'm going to go with the Saints minus 8.5. I think the defense, top 5 defense in the league, I think they're just going to...
Are they, though? They keep giving up 25-plus points every week now. I kept banking on that
rush.
They just gave up 30 to fucking Minshew.
I
All right, top 10 defense in the league. Yeah,
15.
I mean, dude, come on. The Bears are terrible. This guy, Bajan, 8.5. I think it's going to be a 10-point win for the Saints. They got a lot of offensive weapons, like Olave, Michael Thomas. I think they can cover this number. Minus 8.5.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like or love what I'm about to say, but I'm going with the Saints here. I'm going to trust them, take them with the points. I don't know. I haven't seen enough from Baguette, but I know what I got in Matt Chu. He might chew the baguette, but let's see what happens.
Matt Chu is, yes. Exactly.
Yeah, I'm on the Saints minus 8.5 here as well. At home.
The Bears.
He hasn't looked great on the road. Like I said last week, you can literally go back. I said he's going to be shivering in his boots, and he was. And I think they put up 1 touchdown against the Chargers. It was something bad. I know, what was the score?
30-13.
Yeah, it wasn't close. He just didn't look good. It was a primetime game. I think the same continues.
Same spread.
He's not at home. He's going to be getting chirped at by all the NOLA people, all these fans. They're just going to get to him. He's not there yet. He's not there. So give me the Saints minus 8.5. Gross, though.
Next up,
Heineke.
This is very sad, but Skull Nation suffered a devastating...
There goes their Super Bowl. Damn.
Kirk Cousins out with a torn Achilles for the rest of the season.
He's probably done, too. He's a Viking.
He'll get back.
I know.
Aaron Rodgers, right?
Very sad loss for the Vikings. They now bring in Joshua Doubs, but I think Hall's still starting.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Doubs is starting.
The Falcons are at home here minus 4.5.
Jared Hall is.
Cody, Who do you like in this battle of 500 teams with Taylor Heineke starting for this? Because Taylor Heineke always finds his way back into the starting lineup.
I gotta start this one.
So tough.
This is tough, though.
It's tough without Kirk, dude.
It's a tough one.
He's huge.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Vikings are so hot right now.
Give me the Vikings plus 4.5. I hate Ritter, and I know he's not even starting. I hate Heineke even more because he costed me and him $5,000 like 2 years ago. I'll never forget it. Fuck you, Taylor Heineke.
Taylor Heineke.
Wow, never forget it. Yeah,
Yeah, that was bad.
yeah. I'm gonna take the Vikings plus 4.5 uncomfortably. I hope this Hall guy knows how to play football because if he does, he can keep it close.
I think he was the backup to Zach Wilson. Wasn't he?
Dude,
Everybody-
all he's gonna do is
I
just.
thought he was like
I
something.
thought Flacco was the backup.
No, in college he was the backup to Zach
backup.
Wilson. I
Oh,
think.
fuck.
Well, for a while, I thought
he
so.
was a
I don't know if
Maybe he knows how to
if
throw
you
the
can
football.
Fact check that. I don't know,
Jaron
but
Hall.
I thought that's
Vikings
the case.
plus 4.5. I'll take it.
Somehow get a cover. I don't know. Hey, Doug.
Oh, this game is so tough.
I can't.
But
Yeah.
But what's gonna ease my mind to making a decision here is it's fuck Taylor Heineke. He cost me and Cody $5,000.
Yeah.
4.5 is a lot of points. I don't know if I trust the Falcons.
It's a storm.
Jared Hall, let's hope he knows what he's doing out there. Because if he does, Vikings cover.
Yeah, I guess it's Jaron Hall season because the Vikings are winning this outright. They're very hot right now, offense and defense. Their defense looks great right now. It looks really, really good. And it usually looks like shit.
It does look good.
And they have some of the best offensive weapons in the league. Addison is looking like a stud, just like Jefferson was his rookie year. I mean, yeah, I love TJ. Not best tight end, but second best tight end in the league.
The Hawks.
Two good running backs, decent. I mean,
They
one of them.
got the split back with Akers. Akers looks solid. I love the Vikings here. I love them. Money line. This is a good money line spot. Actually, really good.
No. Falcons.
They're
Minus
hot.
4.5. I think Taylor Heineke makes his team better than Desmond Ritter, so I don't see why this is a
agree.
problem with Taylor Heineke coming in. I think he picks up right where Ritter left here, and I think he blows out the Vikings here. Not blows them out, but wins by like a touchdown. I gotta see a week. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout. I rescind that comment. But I think they do enough to cover this number. I mean, Heineke wasn't that bad. Like, we're acting like he's awful. He makes some plays, especially
Vikings blitz a lot too. They're going to be all over
especially
him.
for
They're
a
gonna be
few
all
games
over
a
him.
year. Like, he can get like these type of games. I'm not saying he's going to be really good for them, but like he can get a game like this at home. I think Bijan's really going to start going. Like, this is a first round pick that really he's been electric.
Spread, honestly.
But 3 touchdowns this year, 2 receiving, 1 rushing. He needs to really get going. I think
Can I tell
maybe
you
in
my
this
experience with him real quick? I'm sorry to
Taylor
interrupt you.
Heineke.
Taylor Heineke,
You bet him when he's an underdog because he always covers, but when he's a favorite, dude,
he gets creamed.
I'm telling you, deer in headlights. His Halloween costume.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
too much
That
about
was
that one.
funny.
That
That's
was
what he's
good,
gonna
Cody.
be,
That was
dude.
good. That's a professional
He's
joke right there.
gonna be
Trust,
deer in
bro.
headlights.
Trust. Don't take him
All
as a
right.
fucking
Big
favorite.
Trez.
Lone Wolf and back-to-back games.
Did you
Yeah,
actually?
Bears and Falcons. Ugh.
Damn.
That's 0-2. Quick.
That smells like 0-2. Next up, this might smell like 0-3. We got the Arizona Cardinals, who lost Josh Dobbs to the Vikings. Josh Doubs. Josh Doubs is gone.
He's back.
At the Browns, 4-3. Is Kyler Murray starting this game?
Yeah.
I thought it said
He is?
Tuna
No, I
Murray.
thought
Tuna
that was-
Murray.
It's questionable, but in tune.
Browns are minus 7.5 in Cleveland. This is gross, but I'm going with the Cardinals. I think Tune or Murray, I'm going to take them to. This is another team in the Browns that they're a good, solid team, but I don't trust them to cover numbers like this. I just don't. No matter where this game is played, Cleveland, Arizona, Jupiter, Mars, doesn't matter. Cardinals across the drink doesn't matter. Cardinals plus 7.5. I had them last week against the Ravens. They had that gross cover. Find another way to get a gross cover against another AFC North team.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I wish this was 6.5, huh?
Oh, he's thinking about it.
I'm going to go with the Browns here. I'm going to lay the
You
number.
can't get off the loser.
I'm going to lay the number, especially if the rookie's starting with this defense, dude. He's going to get
Myles Garrett might pick him up.
He's going to be very scared, shivering in the pocket all day. But yeah, I'm gonna try and go with the Browns here, minus 7.5. A lot of points, but Browns.
Watson was practicing today too.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about that dude. He's like so bad now.
He's bad.
Whatever.
Deshaun.
He's also other things.
Yeah, good guy, right?
I'm going with the Cardinals here.
This
I
guy
can't
loves
take-
taking the Cardinals, by the way. Nobody likes taking a 7.5, 8.5 dog when the Cardinals more than Nate.
Yeah, done it a couple times. I mean, it worked out with the Cowboys game. I will with that. So I'm hoping they do the same thing with the Browns here. The Browns, with Watson, without Watson, I don't trust them to cover that spread. And if it is Kyler Murray that plays, even better. But Cardinals.
Yeah, not much for me to say here. I'm on the Cardinals. Plus 7.5. They're playing on grass. Team loves playing on grass. They're good on grass. Kyler Murray, if he plays, I hope he doesn't look like a timid fish in the pocket. I hope he can actually use his little
What does a timid fish look like?
Like what he looks like last year, all the time being asked. Because they were asked when he played last year, too.
Like that playoff game a couple years
Oh
ago,
my
he threw that
gosh.
pick six
He's a timid fish.
in his own end zone.
Was that against the Rams?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll never forget
That was a
that.
blowout.
Yeah, guess who I have? Yeah, give me the Cardinals.
Next up, we got the Seattle Seahawks, baby. 5-2 and
Am I gonna run
rolling.
to the NFC, bro?
A first,
He's definitely
that's true.
He's on the triathlon right now.
Yeah,
Number 3.
The first place, Seattle Seahawks, 5-2 at the Ravens. Baltimore Ravens 6-2. The Ravens are laying 5.5 points at home. Cody, you can start with this one. I'll wrap up.
I'm gonna take Seattle plus 5.5. I'm begging for the Ravens to continue to lose games because everybody knows how I feel about my Bengals. I'm begging
Cowboys fan. About Bengals Super Bowl.
Bengals money. Yes, give me the Seahawks plus 5.5. We need them to get a dub here. Ravens been winning too much. Get this division a little closer. Go Seattle. Go Hawks.
Wow.
Yeah. Also, as a Steelers fan, Ravens, they gotta start losing. Seattle did the Steelers favors. They beat the Bengals last week, and they should have beat the Browns too. That was a close. Seattle, right?
Seattle did beat the Browns.
They didn't beat the Bengals.
Wait, who did?
But they lost the Bengals, beat the Browns.
Oh,
They should have beat the
yeah,
Bengals,
yeah,
yes.
They should have beat the
They could have converted one red.
Should've beat 'em.
Could have
Yes.
converted one red zone.
Yeah.
That's funny.
One
Yeah,
red
The
zone.
Browns should have beat the-
DK was wide open.
Seahawks beat the
Fucking didn't get
No,
looked at.
but I know, bro.
Anyways, give me Seattle here. I know Lamar.
JSN like that.
I know how Lamar is against the NFC teams. He's like 16-1 or 16-2, whatever it is, his track record.
17-1 now. Crazy.
Yeah, that's a crazy stat.
Straight up. I don't know what he is against the spread, but 17-1 straight up.
Yeah, I haven't faded the Seahawks yet when it comes to AFC North rivalries until they play the Steelers. But give me Seattle.
Yeah, James Sullivan over here absolutely loves the Ravens minus 5.5. He loves it. 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 Cody loves that because I'm the worst gambler on this show as of now.
Long season.
But yeah, no, I love the minus 5.5. Seahawks should have lost to the Browns with PJ Walker. They should have lost. I mean, Lamar Jackson looks like the MVP right now.
You see Jamal
looks like
Adams
MVP.
intercept like
bad
headsets.
Simple, very simple.
Dude's clueless.
It's probably easily a touchdown victory for the Ravens here, minus 5.5. Gus Bus.
Gus, he's been looking
Gus
good.
Bus.
Yeah, she does look good.
So this is obviously Seahawks outright. I'm taking the 5.5 for the purposes of this show. The Seahawks, by the way, they started obviously with that loss to the Rams. They've now have been 5-1 since that game. They have looked great. If they converted one red zone opportunity against the damn Bengals, they would be 6-1 right now. But ifs, buts, woulda, coulda, shoulda, doesn't matter. 5-2, first place. They're gonna roll into Baltimore. They're great on the East Coast in the 1 o'clock window. They're great in the past 3 or 4 years. Pete Carroll gets these guys up. JSN is getting cooking. Metcalf, Lockett, Bobo. This team is nasty. The defense is getting going. Witherspoon. I could talk about this team all day. If Geno can continue to be a decent version of Geno, good version of Geno, this team can go very, very far and beat maybe Cody's Super Bowl pick Bengals in the Super Bowl. I love the Seahawks in this spot.
Can't even beat them at
in
home,
every
bro.
spot, pretty
Can't
much.
even beat them at home.
Seahawks
Those are 2 lone wolves.
outright.
Hey, you got Leonard Williams too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's big. And then the Niners are like, Chase Young, we need Chase Young.
Chase Young, bro. He's so overrated.
Next up, we got the Colts, 3-5 at the Panthers, who got off the winless track there. Got to win 1-6. The Panthers are plus 2.5 at home. I'll start. I think the Panthers win another game here. I'm taking the Panthers plus 2.5. We started to see a few things from the Panthers last week. Their defense played
still
well.
an issue?
They limited a really good quarterback in C.J. Stroud to not much. I think in the second week of a new play calling system for the Panthers without Frank Reich calling the plays, I think they get even more going. I think we could see the Panthers win this game by 14 points. I wouldn't be
What?
surprised. I like the Panthers.
That's crazy.
I like the Panthers plus 2.5.
14 points.
This team was supposed to be better, and they're finally, I think, going to win
I'm going
some
to pick
games.
up another game on CVA here. I'm going to go with the Colts minus 2.5. The Panthers, the They're not bad. They're bad, but they're not like awful.
Good analysis.
With that being said, Minshew. Pittman touchdown. I like the Colts here. It could be close, but I like them by a touchdown. So Colts.
I faded the Panthers last week, but I'm going with them this week. Carolina, I think they'll get it done at home. You know, Bryce Young is still taking strides with the Panthers offense, and he's getting better and better. And Minshew still has that starting quarterback record that it's hard to erase, it's hard to shake. I like Carolina. John Taylor might score anytime touchdown, but
That's too, bro.
Chuba?
John Taylor.
How about Chuba?
I'm with the boys here. I like the Panthers plus 2.5. I think they win. They win outright, I believe. Bryce Young looked great last week. Not great, but he got the job done. But what looked great last week was the Panthers defense against a good Texans offense.
yeah.
They look good against a good quarterback, and it's a downgrade this week. You got Michael Pittman on the outside, and that's really it. Josh Downs looks good, but you got Minshew throwing to him. And I don't know. The pass rush looks good for the Panthers. I don't think Minshew's going to be able to get it done here. So they're going to go to Carolina and lose, in my opinion.
And win by 3.
Next up, we got maybe the game of the week. There's a Sunday Night Football game that also is maybe the game of the week. But this is a
Somebody died in that game last year.
Yeah, no.
I'm pretty sure that's the game of the week.
That's true. The Cowboys are 5-2 going into Philly. Philly is now in sole possession of the league's best record at 7-1. The Eagles are laying 3 points. We'll start with the Cowboys fan. Cowboys Eagles, where are you going first? Round 1 of the season.
I'm going to be taking the Eagles -3 here in Philly. I think the Cowboys, whatever the spread is when it's in Dallas, I'll be taking that. But Cowboys, not good on grass. It's a weird stat. Dak sucks on the grass. And I think the Eagles just, they're loaded on the O-line, on the D-line, everywhere. They're just everywhere. They're better than Dallas. I'm not going to lie. So, I'm going to go Eagles.
I'm also laying the points with the Eagles here. Even though the Eagles haven't played on a game-to-game basis, they haven't been like the team they were last year. Last week, Jalen Hurts, I think, showed that he could be getting back to that. But regardless, they're still winning games with sloppy wins. They're still 7-1, and I don't think anything changes at home in Philly.
Yeah, I'm going to lay the points with the Eagles here. Like Cody said, all around they're a better team. They're at home. This could be brutal. It could be a very, very brutal game. Dak Prescott, classic pick, doesn't know what to do in a big game. So, yeah, I'm going to take the Eagles -3.
Storm. This is all Eagles, I think, here. I just don't trust the Cowboys in these spots. Last week, obviously, they were my lock at home against a mid-team. Gotta love betting the Cowboys in those spots. But here on the road against the league's best team technically right now, again, outside, cold weather, they're not in their little dome. I think the Eagles get the best of them. We'll see the rematch in Dallas several weeks down the road. Maybe it'll be a different story. And this game's kind of gross.
Oh, this is funny. This is actually
The
funny.
New York Giants, 2-6, heading up or down to Las Vegas to take on the Raiders at, what are they now?
I wish Tay went somewhere else for
3-5.
fantasy purposes.
Jimmy Garoppolo has hit the bench. Aiden O'Connell is now the starter. Josh McDaniels is at McDonald's. This is now a new look Raiders with all these changes. Devontae Adams might benefit from this, I think, without Brian Hoyer or Garoppolo playing. I think he'll actually get the ball more.
I'd hope so.
Yeah.
I'd hope so, dude.
But I'll start. I'm going to actually, this is a spot where I really, maybe you think I would go Giants. I've been on the Giants a little bit. But I'm going to go Raiders at home, laying just 1.5. I think they can. Aiden O'Connell wasn't terrible in that game. Against the Chargers. He almost, he threatened my $7,000 weekend there for a second. But I think he can do some things. Devontae Adams needs to get going at this point. Give the man the ball. I know he had a couple of drops, but he also should have had 2 touchdowns. He had 1 or 2 drops, but get Josh Jacobs going.
He should have had 4 catches for 130 yards.
He missed them on the 90.
I'm not defending. I'm not saying it's Devontae's fault. They need to get him the ball. I think they do this week.
Catch the ball, though.
I think this is a lower, a 20
a
20-13 Raiders win. I think they cover.
I didn't see his drops really bad.
They were kind of bad.
There was one that I
feel like he's still Devontae Adams at the end of the day.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Raiders here as well. Aiden O'Connell, lay the 1.5. And I'm going to keep saying it every week until it happens. Devontae Adams, 100 yards and a touchdown. I'm going to keep saying it every week until it happens because he's Devontae Adams. So, yeah, -1.5 Raiders. Devontae Adams.
You might have to bet that this week.
I might have to.
get the bad voodoo.
This game is a tricky one, but I'm gonna overthink it. I'm gonna lay the points with the Raiders. I think due to all the changes they've made in the past couple of days, they might have a chip on their shoulder and edge, and I think they get the job done. They edge the Giants.
Boys, we got another storm.
Oh,
Listen, man. This is a statement for these Raiders. It's a statement. They're gonna show Josh McDaniels who's fucking daddy. That's it,
daddy.
man.
Max
As simple as
Crosby
that.
too.
-1.5. Crosby's gonna be
Big
fine.
daddy.
Best pass
Devontae's
rusher
having
in
a big game today. Oh, AOC's gonna get him going. Devontae, big day, just like Zach was saying. Give me the points of the Raiders.
AOC. Politics.
That's what they call him, man.
you're right. I like it. Back-to-back storms. Yeah. Next up, this is probably the game of the week. Although the Cowboys Eagles sneaky good. I don't know. This is probably the game of the week.
Cowboys Eagles.
Wait, is DeMar even playing? His hand?
DeMar doesn't really
DeMar
play
Hamlin,
that much anyway.
he hasn't been active.
He hasn't
Well, he's
been
been active
playing,
one game.
Yeah, he
but-
played a few snaps I think this year. But last year, obviously, the tragic event that took place in Cincinnati on that very field with this very same matchup with a lot of the very same players.
We were watching that here, dude. That was crazy.
That was one of the craziest things I think all of us as sports fans watched. They're doing it this year again in Cincinnati.
Run it back.
The Bengals are -1.5 at home. I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills +1.5. I think a lot of people are laying this 1.5 with the Bengals. I'm not ready to give up on the Bills. I think this is a great spot to reassert themselves back among the AFC's elite. I think they go in and get it done in Cincinnati in a really, really great game.
Yeah, this is going to be a good game. Great game.
Amazing game.
I'm going to lay the 1.5 with the Bengals. They're trending up right now. Burrow looks raw to say the least. 7-Eleven is always open. I'm going to go
against Devin Witherspoon, kind of. But
yeah, and their defense looks really good too. Josh Allen. I don't know. This is going to be a really good game. Probably game of the week. But I'm going to stay with the Bengals here. The upward trending Bengals, -1.5.
This is a very tough game. I'm going to take the Bills. I'm going to take the Bills to win this game.
Because Nate Dogg does not bet other AFC North teams.
That's a big thing too. I ain't glad. That's a big bias. I just can't do it. I can't allow myself to do that. I don't even draft players from the AFC North besides the Steelers. So, anyways, nothing changes with betting.
You just slapped the Niners.
But bias out of it. Good facts. The Bills offense has been rolling the past couple weeks. They dominated the Buccaneers. They have the offense that can, I think it'll be a shootout, but they have the offense that can score points. They have the motivation from DeMar Hamlin, and I think that's what gives them the motivation here. Dubs.
Alright, this is number 3 on the year. This is the ATM play of the fucking century. This is the Bengals in a rout. Everybody thinks this game's going to be close. It's a good game. I disagree completely.
I do.
This Bills team has not looked good. The Bills team has not looked good. The Bengals have won 3 straight against good teams. They're not playing shitters.
True.
Seattle's they got a good around team. Smoked them at home.
Well,
49ers, good around team.
4-point
Smoked
game.
them at home. Everybody knew Seattle was winning that game. 49ers went to their house, smoked them. They're coming back with all this momentum. This game is a rout. I want you to take everything you have from your ATM.
Yeah.
This is the 3rd time I'm doing this.
2-0.
Everything. Put it on the Bengals -1.5 all the way to 7. I'm telling you right now, you have fruitful gifts. Fruitful gifts from Cody and 7-Eleven. T. Higgins might have 100, 7-Eleven 100.
Easily.
This Bills secondary is laughable. It's so bad. T. White is gone. They just got Rasul Douglas. He's not going to know what the fuck kind of defensive scheme he's in. He's going to have no idea what he's coming into, bro. McDermott's going to be looking like Einstein on the side. Bengals by a million. I love it.
All right, that brings us to Monday Night Football with the Los Angeles Chargers going into the Big Apple, or New Jersey, actually, to take on the Jets. The Jets, it's still weird to see that they have a better record than the Chargers. It doesn't look right, but the Jets are +3 at home. Cody, who do you like? Justin Herbert versus Zachy Wilson.
I like the Jets catching 3 here at home. Herbert's great, especially on prime time. He's pretty talented. He's a good guy.
Brandon Staley is good, right?
Yeah, I don't like the coach. Over there. I think Saleh is a very good coach. I like him a lot. I don't like Staley. I think Zach Wilson plays up to his potential on prime time as well. And I think 3 points, maybe they don't win the game. They can keep this close though. So I'm gonna go with the Jets.
This game could actually be that close. I can see that. Oh, to go
It
here.
says push written all over it.
Oh,
It really does.
I can honestly, I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't be surprised if the Jets actually won this game somehow, some way. But I'm gonna take the Chargers in this game. I'm gonna take the Chargers. Yeah, I mean, like the Jets are better than the Bears, but the way the Chargers looked last week, I know the Jets got a better defense, much better defense, but I'm not gonna shy away from LAC.
Yeah, I feel like everybody this is gonna be close. Now, I think this is gonna be a fucking blowout. I think the Chargers are gonna dominate the Jets. They're gonna come into New York. They have a way better team. I don't even know how the Jets beat the Giants. I really don't. They had a one Breece Hall 50-yard touchdown. He's like, it's just Breece Hall. It's not Zach Wilson. You can probably see a clip of me last week saying Zach Wilson's good. But yeah, no, I think it's gonna be a rout. The Chargers are gonna just dominate the Jets at home. So -3, -7.
They need a win here.
-7.
Ooh. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna make Cody a lone wolf here with the Jets. I'm gonna take the Chargers -3 on the road. This might be in late December the game we look back on and be like, this is where the Chargers got going. They beat the Bears last week. This might be the next step in getting back into the conversation. I'm gonna take the Chargers -3. They might win this game by a field goal because it just seems like what would happen. But I'll take the -3. Give me the Bolt. All right, next up we got locks of the week. I am 6-2, continue to be red hot. The whole set is red hot in locks, as we've been saying these last several weeks. I am 6-2. Cody and Nate are 5-3. Cody has won 5 straight locks. Zach had a 4-game winning streak, but had a push last week, so he's 4-3-1 in locks. The whole set above 500 in locks. I will start this week. I love the Chiefs -1.5. I love the Chiefs -1.5. The Dolphins don't beat good teams. We know this. The Chiefs are a good team. Simple fucking math. Give me the Chiefs -1.5. I don't have any more to say about it. Cody, where you going?
I'm going with the Bengals -1.5.
That's right.
I like it. I love it. You like it. You love it. Your bank account will love it. Please do yourself a favor. I saw their odds for the Super Bowl jump from +3,000 to now +1,400. And it's going to continuously go down because they have the best quarterback in football on their team.
Whoa.
And the highest paid
Patrick
quarterback.
Mahomes got traded?
Nah.
Russell
Patrick Mahomes also isn't the highest paid quarterback.
Boy.
Russell Wilson just made him look like a fucking Pac-Man character, bro. Shit.
Nate, where are you going with your lock? Or do you not have one?
It's actually one of these two games right here, those top two. Fuck it, decision is made. My lock will be the Eagles -3.5.
Yeah. -3.
I like that.
Unless you want that.
3.5? No, never mind.
3.
All right. Any thoughts? Anything to add?
It's a lock.
No, all right.
I mean, they'll find a way to get the win. I mean, they're not playing up to par but I think at home they get the job done.
Yeah. Zachary.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back to the Chargers. Last time I picked them, I'm gonna go back to the Chargers here. I don't know why. I have a feeling, and you always trust your gut. What your gut tells you, you trust it. So I'm gonna go with the Chargers here, -3 in an absolute shit show route on Monday night. So
I almost went there too, but
Chargers, bolt up.
All right, we're going to wrap up here with Fantasy Players of the Week. Last week, I don't have their scores on here. I think they all did pretty bad. Except Deontay, maybe.
Garrett Wilson, I thought, had 100 yards.
He had 16 points, yeah.
Okay, my bad. Rasheed Rice didn't do much for me.
I'm also high
I had
in this
Rasheed
category.
Rice. Zach had Garrett Wilson. Nate had Deontay Johnson. And Cody had T. Higgins.
All receivers.
Deontay.
Snail.
This week...
You must start.
I'm going to go with Nico Collins. You serious?
I was just thinking
That's
Nico
crazy.
Collins.
Both of them saying that.
That's a sign.
Nico.
That's a sign. We're going to jump right into it. Me and Cody are on Nico Collins this week because we were both just thinking that's crazy.
Very nice.
Nico Collins to have a big day against the Bucs.
Great minds think alike.
That's crazy, Cody. As I was thinking it, you said it. That was wild. You bozos have one? Or?
I'm going to go with... I'm gonna go with
Addison.
No. This is actually even grimier. I'm gonna go with the quarterback. I think there are Jaren Hall. There's too many weapons.
What?
There are too many weapons. If you need a quarterback here, if you're in a deep league, this is another KJ Osborne play. If you need a deep play, I mean, dude, the Vikings have all the weapons, dude. They have all the answers. All he has to do is get it to him. That's all he has to do.
It's like what happened.
And I think he's capable of it. So if you need a quarterback this week, start Jaren Hall. He's gonna.
He just has to make the read.
My fantasy guy of the week, I'm going with Chris Godwin against the Texans.
Didn't you do this 2 weeks ago?
No,
You're going back?
I know I picked Chris Godwin.
Yes, you did.
Thielen, I didn't. Wait, did I?
You picked Chris Godwin. Yeah, you did. But that's fine.
Whatever, yeah.
I wonder who's
Yeah, I'm going
going
Chris Godwin. Chris Godwin it should be a tougher matchup against the Texans secondary, but scrappy Bucks. Honestly, at this point, Godwin might be his number one target. Mayfield, he gets like that more bigger. The bigger what's the word looking for that? The better. I guess like short intermediate guy gets more targets.
Yeah, I agree.
Check down, getting 5 targets a game for like a 50-yard catch if he's lucky.
Yeah. He's like the deep ball guy.
All right, CG, Chris Godwin. I like it. All right, guys, that wraps it up for week 9. Already in week 9, halfway there in the regular season. That's crazy. We'll be back obviously next week for week 10. Let's keep it going. Had a great week last week. Good season overall for everybody. Zach getting back to 500 this week, and the whole set's going to be above 500. Everybody's good in locks as well. We will see you 1 week from now.
Go Bengals.